About to start the first quarter here at Utah Stadium. First bounce comes down to Sanders. Gets a quick left-hand foot for North Launceston. It's on the wing. Mitch Donnelly's in there. Tackled. Grant Holt, big tackle there for Launceston. And it's going to be a ball up. Grant Holt's a good player this year. Rulla?
Very much a good player. Very unlucky to not make a senior debut this year. But he definitely has been probably one of the most consistent players throughout the D-League. And he leads the team out here today. There's
another ball up. There's a lot of congestion there. Lewin Jones in the ruck. He had a senior game earlier in the year for North Lonnie.
He's a good young player, Lewin Jones. I coached Lewin last year. I took him away to Sydney, and he's very versatile because of his height and his reach. So you can play him a key back. He can play in the ruck as well, and he's very athletic as well. So
Sam Bruniwood wins the tap. Liberatore was in there. Not a lot of clear possession so far. Little kick out there by Jacob Boyd for North Launceston. It's in the centre of the ground. Heavy tackle laid. And it's looked like typical wet weather footy early days, Rulla.
It absolutely is. It's going to be very contested and stop-start. I would expect that it wouldn't be a very high-scoring game, but even in finals, generally it is low-scoring. But now this really slows it up. So whichever team can actually just gain momentum and get the ball forward is going to have a better chance of scoring and staying in front.
Free kick out of the centre there by Sam Bruniwood. Hits the deck there, taken by James Gillow. Heavy tackle, out of congestion again. It's heavy conditions here at Utah Stadium. Knocked out there by Blair Rubach, one of the classy Mariners here playing today. Oldenoff, handball, kick, slip, and it's marked. Is that Conway, I think?
Yes, it
is. Ethan Conway has marked about 25 out, 45-degree angle, and he'll have the first shot on goal. And in these conditions too, Rulla, once you get the ball on the forward line, you've got to form that wall, and they did it well, Launceston. They kept it in their forward 50.
Absolutely, and Blair Rubach done extremely well then to follow up on his first possession to get that inside 50 on his opposite foot.
Ethan Conway lining up for goal. The first score it should be of this grand final. It's across the face. It's one behind. So one behind to Launceston starts the scoring. It's one behind 1 point. North Launceston yet to score. We've been playing 2.5 minutes. Kick out from fullback towards the 50-metre line. Taken over here by Tyson Miller, dispossessed. In there is Mazengard for North Launceston. He's tackled to a standstill. And umpire McIntyre comes in and says, I'll ball it up, boys. And Liberatore there with the nice blue boots. Played some senior footy, especially in the first half of the season for the Blues. Knocked out. Oh, player slips over. Denellen's in there. Hard nut. Good tackle there by Curtis for North Launceston. Another ball up. Not too many clean possessions.
It's going to be really good to see the battle of the mids. You've got Ollie Sanders on one side and Jack Denellen on the other, along with Liberatore. All three hard nuts that will put their head over the ball.
And Ollie Sanders has a elite sort of final series. Been fantastic. Quick kick forward by Liberatore into the forward 50. Bit of a chaos ball. Chance here by Malucci. He's hovering. No one can pick it up. North defence working overtime. Mitch Donnelly's in there. Comes out. Quick kick by Rubach from the goal square. First goal, the Mercury Cup Grand Final to Blair Rubach. And Launceston go to 1-1-7. Leading North Launceston yet to score. And pretty much an opportunist situation, mate.
Absolutely. Again, it was nothing pretty. Like what we mentioned before, wet weather footy. As long as you can get it forward into the forwards and give them half a chance, players like Blair Rubach, who only needs that small chance, can create goals.
That's right, and that's his game, isn't it? He's very dangerous.
He is.
I saw him in the Northern Independent Schools Athletics during the week. Gee, he's quick. He can cover the distance.
He's extremely fast and silky skills.
You're listening to live commentary of the Mercury Cup Grand Final on City Park Radio Sport. As here comes Jack Denellen. There's a free kick back on play. It's going to North Launceston. You can see that one there, Rulla, but...
didn't see that one, no.
It's taken here by Casey Curtis. Young man, come up through the ranks at North Launceston. Played a bit of senior footy. Played in last year's grand final. Inside 50. Falling back there at the Lonnie defence. And there's a high one there on Alec Wright. So one of my favourite players in this team. He's class act across half-back. We'll get to him in a minute. The next stoppage there, Rulla, as he kicks towards the wing. Sam Bruniwood in a contest. Falls to the ground. That's Jack Lanham in there. Players slipping over. Attempted kick off the ground there by Fletcher Bennett. Missed out on the seniors today. In other words, a centre circle. Jack Donnell hovering, picks it up, turns. Great tackle by Cossins. Jacob Boyd hacks it forward. Liberatore can't take the mark. Off the ground, Jack Lanham. To advantage, back to Jacob Boyd. He's had a bit of it so far. He coughs up the handball though. North Launceston forcing forward. Sanders met heavily. And umpire letting it go. Picking up there for the Blues was Adam Dickinson. Eventually, surely the umpire's going to call a stop. Alec Wright, Rulla, impressive young man. He doesn't play as many senior games as he did last year, but probably just because of the strength of the Blues list.
Yeah, exactly right. Our back line was very much set in stone, but Alec Wright is one of those players off the field and away from football. He's a very relaxed character and person. It translates into his football. He can find being comfortable in a high pressure situation just because of his natural behaviour outside of football as well.
Yep.
But a really good talent as well. He's a really good size, reads the ball well, takes a nice mark, and loves wearing long sleeves.
North Launceston out of defence. Good tackle there, holding the ball. Play didn't have it all that long, but he did get caught. So free kick. Looks like James Gillow. Now he's going to launch here from right on the 50. Kicks it to the hot spot. Chance. Diving mark. Taken. Giacomo Malucci. One of the top goal scorers in the Mercury Cup. He knows where the goals are.
If you're North Launceston there, and James Gillow played a lot of senior football as well, a left footer, identify that he's a left footer. He's naturally always going to roll to his left foot, and you can stop that lead there. But that was good timing by Gia.
Giacomo Malucci for goal. Doesn't make any mistake with this one. It's the second goal on the board for Launceston. And they're now 2-1-13. Leading North Launceston yet to score. They do have the breeze for our listeners. They're kicking towards the town end. It's a pretty blustery day. You can see the windsock on the far side there. It's almost breaking loose. So there is that advantage. Has to be said. So we'll get a true indication half time as you always do in a wind-affected game.
Absolutely. Just North Launceston trying to get it inside 50. I think once they get it inside 50, they will create score opportunities. It seems very open, but just this congested footy, they can't seem to get it past halfway at the moment.
In the middle, in the ruck there for North Launceston was Cooper Prasiak, breaking clear. Launceston McKenzie, Blazely, it's on 50. Shot for goal's not a great one. Falls to North Launceston. Lockie Young, using his bit of experience there, he just hacks it out of defence. Almost a mark there to Cody Lowe. Binoculars time as it's on the far side. Cody Lowe follows up well out of bounds. It's about 70 metres out from the Launceston goal. They lead 2-1-13 to North Launceston yet to score. First quarter action here. Yep, Rulla, you've seen something?
Malucci coming out of half forward then. In conditions like this, the ability to be able to be clean is what is going to set you aside from the others on a day like this. I've missed the kick, but to be clean in the first place is vital.
Jakey Nunn gets it to Liberatore, releases a handball. Chain of handballs back to Liberatore. This way, that away. Kicks, centres it. Mark not taken. Working out for North Lonnie there was Angus Jeffries. There's a skipper, Jackson. Can't pick it up. Cody Lowe. He might have thrown that one out. And the umpire agrees with me as Connor Pearton was about to dart away. Free kick far side. Could be Ethan Conway over there.
Jacob Boyd.
No, that's Alec Wright. A few long sleeves today.
There is.
In towards the four-line spawns there. No one can pick it up. Little handball released for North Launceston. Conway's in there this time. Picked up there for North Launceston by Tom Foon, younger brother of Jay. Ex-Queechy boy, as it's out of bounds.
Played a bit of senior football as well this year, Tom Loon. So using his skills to break the game open today.
That's right. He's got a good future, young Tom Foon. See the Lonnie boys in front of us. The interchange going for a bit of a jog. It's getting cold down there. Not too bad up here at level 4. Players overrun the ball. Quick kick out of defence. They're just getting territory. Ollie Sanders. Handballs are straight to Jakey Nunn. He's 48 out on the run. Jake Nunn. Let's fly. He might have just snuck it in for a behind. He has. So it's 2-2-14 Launceston. North yet to score. Quick kick out. Lockie Young does a little bit of a fumble. Follows up okay. Player tackled there for North Launceston was Jaden Harris. He's played some senior footy. Now they work it out to North Launceston. Up to the wing. Chance here for Fletcher Bennett. Can't take the mark. Still in contest. Cam Downey, the veteran. Kicks it forward. Oh, and a heavy tackle there
Great tackle.
That was laid on, let me see, 51. That was Jack Tuthill, and it'll be rewarded. Free kick, North Launceston.
They've done that very well, North Launceston out of full back. They identified that the point, it was a quick point, so they didn't wait for Launceston to set up their zone. They actually went quick out the other side where the ball was kicked in, and they got the ball past the halfway.
Tuthill makes amends by taking a good mark. He coughs it up though, Fletcher Bennett. He smacks his hands together and he drops probably a mark he should have taken. No easy marks on days like this.
Absolutely not, no.
Now Cam Downey, what a legend he's been for Lonnie Foot Club over the years. Might be his last game. Am I being presumptuous?
Could be, could not be. I'm yet to have a chat to Cam about that. But what Cam brings to the team and to the club is having a teacher's background. His communication levels are very high, and he can actually.
He's almost a playing coach.
Pretty much,
at that
he
level,
is.
yep.
I mean, last year he was in our leadership group as seniors and spent the whole time in the development league. So that just shows where people see Cam at the football club, and he is a well-respected person at the club.
Cooper Prasiak, front position here with Jake Nunn.
Fletcher Bennett started the game very well for North Launceston.
He has indeed. Here's Holt, kicks it off the ground. He's a little bit of distance. Bit of a fumble here. Connor Pearton goes back in again. Lonnie there was Lockie G, young player. Scott Jokeburn in now defensive 50 for North Launceston. Now they've got a bit of space. Taking it there was Xavier Todman. Couldn't take possession. Heavy tackle laid. Probably no prior. What does the umpire say? Yep, you had prior. They're hard, those ones, aren't they?
Very hard, but the last 3 or 4 minutes, North Launceston are getting their hands on the ball. What they're probably doing, those overusing of the handball. Jacob
Boyd, short kick to Grant Holt. Just the 15 regulation, but it gives him a chance at goal. Grant Holt you're kicking for about 40 out directly in front. Should mention the surface. Looks a bit Queensland-like today with some dry patches, but it's getting ready for that resurface. This will be the last game on it before that happens in the off-season, before the cricket starts.
I thought we were at Maroochydore Football Club
here
for
you're
a
saying
second
that.
At the ground.
Here's Grant Holt. Left foot, low, not good. Jaden Harris takes the mark in the back pocket for North Launceston. He plays on straight away, goes a switch, risky, comes off to Callum Harrison. Back pocket, right-hand side, goes long, penetrating kick looking for Cossins. Knocked away there, though, by number 61. That's Harvey Griffiths for the Lonnie Blues. 2-2-14. Launceston, North Launceston yet to score. And you're listening to coverage of the Mercury Cup Grand Final on City Park Radio Sport. Boundary throw in. It's a good one. You can see the breeze take that away. Let's see who can win this contest. Hovering around the back is Casey Curtis. Now, is that out in the full? What does the umpire say, Rulla? I think it's going to be a boundary throw in. Might have been off hands. So they've just kicked the 2 goals, Launceston. We're 13 minutes in, so we'll get a read on that as we said in the second quarter. From the back, here's Prasiak, but taken there by Nunn. Little kick forward. Contest. Connor Pearton gets there first. Can't take it. Slippery ball. Back to Holt. This way, that away. Right foot. Releases. Poor kick. Out of bounds on the full.
You generally see in a game like this where Launceston have probably had in their half, probably 95% of the ball in their half. If North Launceston can actually hit the scoreboard over the back or something, getting one out the back, that's and then going to quarter time, even a goal down, that's a win. That's a very much big win for North Launceston.
Now we've got out of bounds on the full there. Nathan Jackson, no. Umpire says out of bounds. Yeah, they're just holding back the tide at the moment. They're not getting blown away. And Lonnie are big at that. I've seen a lot of games this year where they have big first quarters in the Mercury Cup. So
they do.
Boundary throw in. Prasiak wins the tap. Tackle laid there on Denellen. Yeah, Rulla.
Round 1, North Launceston versus Launceston in the Development League was a close game. Launceston kept North in the game very inaccurate with their scoring. If you remember, I think they kicked around about 15 or 16 behind. So if North Launceston can just stay within touch and use their time with the ball more valuable, they'll be in this game for all of it.
Young fella Prasiak doing well. He wins a free kick, kicks it down the line. It's right on centre wing. The boundary umpire just drying the ball on his shirt there. Prasiak this time against Sam Bruniwood. Played a bit of senior footy like last year. As Prasiak wins the tap. Cam Downey, strong tackle, takes possession. Another ball up. Yeah, Sam, he's probably disadvantaged at the fact that you've got obviously Leadham at the club and Timmy Auckland at the back half of the season.
Definitely, but ruckmans and your bigger blokes are always develop over a longer
Yep.
period of time. So Sam's one of those players that he really has an appetite of wanting to learn and get better. So if he sticks at it, he's definitely going to be a senior player in the near future. But with your big man, you just try and push them along nice and slowly.
Ball up at half forward for the Blues.
You see the weather's starting to slow down a little bit as well. The rain's starting to stop, so the ground actually becomes okay at the moment.
As Liberatore off the ground. Gillow maybe a chance in there. Sliding in. That was Jack Lanham, I think it was. Now, how's the umpire read that? It's the old slide-in rule. We saw that a bit last night. And Jacob Boyd will be the beneficiary. As Jack Lanham just slid in, took the feet away.
And it's a hard one because as a kid you're always taught to go getting the ball, but it's probably more so if he went into the ball side on and turned his hips and tried to pick the ball up and made contact with Boyd, then he probably would have won the ball, but unfortunately gives the free kick away.
Jacob Boyd for goal, 35 out directly in front. It might have snuck in the right-hand side. It has. They're celebrating. Third goal to the Blues, and they're 3-2-20, leading North Launceston yet to score. Yeah, so we saw that one a couple of times last night, controversially. Yeah. It's a hard one for umpies because it's a split-second thing. You've got to make that call.
It is.
And it's hard on wet days, especially where your natural inclination is to get in there and,
You're exactly right. In the wet, your natural instinct is to slide in, but I suppose it's that's the... You've got to be taught to pick up the ball correctly. And Jacob Boyd's a good finisher. He's played senior football this year. He flies on the radar how much he's poised with the ball. He's very clean with it and makes good decisions.
Ball up in the centre.
He's just surprisingly he goes in pretty hard as well for someone for his body type and the way he plays. You would think he'd be a bit more of an outside player, but he actually enjoys a contest. And
speaking of the outside, here's Cody Lowe now. First inside 50, I reckon, for North Launceston. Back there is Bailey Neal, drops a mark. Over the back is Kyle Lanham, who's been kicking goals for fun in this final series. He's made a fantastic season, in fact, Kyle Lanham. The long sleeves there. It's his first chance to get a look at it. The umpire will ball it in about 40 around. If they could pinch a goal into the breeze before quarter time, be really handy for the Bombers. Lowe gets the hit out. A lot of players on top of the ball. Jack Donnellan. No surprise, he's on the bottom of the pack. Liberatore's in there. Squeezes out. Kick to an attacking position for North Launceston. Chance for a mark, not taken. On the ground, Connor Pearton tries to get Jaden Harris. He does. Back to Pearton on that left foot of his. Penetrating into the breeze. North player slips over. Gets a second chance. He almost takes the mark.
Shay Haynes.
Thanks, Rulla, as Cossins drops the ball. It's taken away by Downey. And almost undid their good work there, North Lonnie, but they formed the line. Jaden Harris, risky. Finds number 41 there for North Launceston. That's Cooper Stewart. He switches it back to Harrison. Harrison to half forward for North Lonnie. Inside 50. Cody Lowe's diving in on top of the ball. Lonnie defence trying to hold firm. Casey Curtis is in there. Eventually we get a snap around the corner to the wing. Mark not taken there for Lonnie by Cameron Curtis. Got two Curtises playing today and it spills out of bounds. So a chance there for North Lonnie.
Did they had control of the ball. They went inside 50 a couple of times, and in a day like this, you got to capitalise on those opportunities. Yep. Shay Haynes was the player down there who almost took the mark. He's only a young 15, 16-year-old, but he's built like he's 18 or 19. So
first look at him. Of course, the ball hasn't been at the left-hand side here very much, but hopefully gets a few opportunities. Lewin Jones, as the umpire read that one, holding the ball, going to Jack Donnellan. Donnellan on the left. Up here, looking for Gillow, off hands, falls to the back. Liberatore nearly took it with him. Chance though, Cody Lowe's been great this first quarter. He just belts it forward, not with a lot of purpose. Taking it for North Lonnie there is James Curran. He can't get an effective possession. Still on the wing. Players diving in. And can't see it emerging. It does now. That's Cooper Stewart. North Launceston towards Kyle Lanham. Nearly takes a good mark. He's up there against number 53. You'll have to pick him up for me. He's not on my list there. Rulla. That's a bit of a job for you in a sec. So it goes up towards the wing.
Joey Chaplin, young Joey Chaplin, one of the Coastal boys.
Good work, Rulla.
Not on the team sheet.
No. As Donnellan kicks forward, or I might have made a mistake, one of the two. Picked up now by Jaden Harris. He goes backwards, switch. Player in the fullback position there. That's Xavier Todman, I think. He releases the kick towards Cossins. Cossins did well there. He had a choice to attack it or wait, and he waited. He did the right thing. His kick there looking for Angus Jeffries, not great. Chance now for Launceston. Cameron Curtis for goal. Just sneaks it in for a behind. 3-3-21 to North Launceston yet to score, but we must point out to our listeners that Lonnie do have the breeze in this first quarter, and it's pretty strong. Jack Lanham, nice kick into that breeze, beautifully positioned. And he finds a teammate over there in Callum Harrison who plays on straight away. Pinpoints the pass to Sanders. This is good from North Lonnie. They've got it at half back. They can launch an attack from here. Kick's pretty good. And it's his teammate on the chest. They go the switch here now towards Angus Jeffries. Not a great kick. Alex Wright read it well. Wright, long kick, 60 metres up towards half forward. Over the back is Jack Lanham. Good first time handball over here towards Xavier Todman. Back to Harrison, back to Todman. Takes it nicely with the one hand. North Lonnie have a good little period here. And he pinpoints the pass.
It was very much a tale of... there was a tale of two tales there where Alec Wright come up to intercept. If he didn't impact the ball, would have gone over. North Launceston would have kicked the goal.
Mark taken here by James Curran. Nice kick up here looking for Kyle Lanham. Takes it. No. Second grab not paid. Launceston defence. Here's Sanders. Was he tackled without? He's still got the poise to pick it up. Releases the handball. Tackle. Cody Lowe's got it. Can he get a kick out towards Casey Curtis? Curtis will snap for goal. First one for North Lonnie. Great football. Great persistence inside their forward 50. And Casey Curtis, he does a lap of honour there after kicking a magnificent goal. And that's the first for North Launceston.
Ollie Sanders outstanding there to just keep the ball in front of him, not get bounced off the ball or pushed off the ball. Kept his body over it and was picked up the ball and then shot the hand pass out, and they got that goal. We've got a Launceston player down. Looks like Jack Tartil, who's looks like he's been taken from the ground.
He looks groggy. Doesn't look leg, does it? I think it's it looks like he might have a touch of concussion there. We'll keep an eye on that one.
Callum Harris, very good from half back from North Launceston, set the ball up. He was just composed with the ball. You just want your good ball users and your experienced players to be composed and relaxed, because what that does, it actually translates to the rest of the team. That's the younger boys, to the inexperienced boys. 22 and a half minutes gone, and that's a confidence-boosting goal too, Rulla. And when you haven't scored and all of a sudden you get a goal like that, absolutely, you know you're in the game. And exactly right. And the goal that it was kicked, it wasn't exactly an easy goal. The harder the goal is, the more it actually gets the team up a bit.
Here we go, back in the middle. They might get another clearance here. Although Lonnie might have something to say about that with Mackenzie Blaisley. He's tackled. Be another ball up. You're listening to commentary here on City Park Radio Sport with Dave Mohr and Rulla Kelly-Mansell. Bringing you the Mercury Cup Grand Final. Back in the middle, it's Liberatore. Can't get it forward. Down, he's tackled to a standstill. Here's big Sam Bruniwood, gets a kick under pressure. Up here towards half forward. Conway is in a contest. His opponent does well though. Handball's over his head.
Connor Young.
Thanks,
Lockie Young, sorry.
Lockie Young, yep. But it's coming back forward now through Jake Nunn. He's pushed off the kick at the last moment. Bit of a chaos situation. Kick round the corner for goal is just offline. And it's a one behind to Launceston. 3-4-22. Leading North Launceston 1 goal straight 6. Quick clearance out here towards Angus Jeffries. At his bootlaces, couldn't pick it up. Second chance now for Jeffries. Left foot kick, Lux of Fortune. Finds Cody Lowe, impressed with this man's game. Go on the switch. Good one too. And the mark taken by Jack Mazengard. Taste of senior footy this year. He goes quickly over here towards James Curran. He's got a bit of territory. James Curran towards forward 50 to Kyle Lanham. He's wrestling there with his opponent in
Joey Chaplin.
Better write that one down. He's still got it, Kyle Lanham. He's tackled. He might be penalised. Incorrect disposal. So number 53.
Brother of Tracy.
Joey Chaplin. I like it.
North Launceston, you see, coming out of full-back. They're actually come out the same side every time they've come out of full-back from the City Park end. So they've come towards the grandstand and exited out that way. And it's actually worked majority of the time. So if you're Launceston, you're trying to identify that and shut that down. Okay, so I think we had a 50-metre penalty there, Rulla. Yeah, we did.
Might have been a few words spoken, perhaps.
I think there was. And Kyle Lanham, I've been watching him from the start of the game. He started the game with a bit of aggression and presence, which is good, which is what you want your forwards to have. And it's a grand final. You want them to be up and show aggression, but you got to make sure you got to have it controlled as well. When you're talking to umpires and other players, you can see him at the back now.
Especially in finals where 50 metres can be costly. It wasn't too costly on that occasion.
No.
But the ball's now at half forward. Good spoil there from Lockie Young. Boundary throw in. Cody Lowe now in the ruck against Bruni Wood. He's had a few ruck opponents today. Deep in the forward pocket. 25 minutes flat, is it, in the Mercury Cup?
25
so
flat.
we should be getting the siren in a second. There it is. 25 minutes gone. And we're at the end of that first quarter, and it's Launceston 3-4-22, North Launceston 1 goal straight 6. And the goal kickers.
Blair Rubok kicked one, Jacob Boyd kicked one, and the other one
Giacomo Malucci
was Malucci.
Yep.
And
for
Cole Lanham.
Casey Curtis.
Casey Curtis.
Casey Curtis, yep. So I forgot to do them